Mania. Autumn is my favourite season, mostly because Halloween is just so much fun. The other day I went to this pumpkin farm and we picked out 2 small pumpkins. Well, I say they're small, they're pretty big, but they count as small pumpkins. And I'm going to show you something unusual, which I love doing with pumpkins around this time of year, and that is turning them into fondue makers. I'm also going to be showing you lots of quick and easy Halloween party foods which you can just dip in these fondues, and it looks like you put a lot of time and effort into it when you just really have them. Basically, this bowl is going to fit on the pumpkin, so I'm going to draw around it with marker pen so it fits nicely. Then I've got this pumpkin carving tool, which is safer than a knife. You can get pumpkin carving kits from supermarkets and stuff like that. And then I got an ice cream scoop, which I always find is so much easier than using your hands to get the insides out of the pumpkin. I finished carving my pumpkin face. I went for your classic Halloween pumpkin, but I really like it. I love how it turned out. Nearly dropped it. And I'm just going to show you how to make the cheat cheese fondue, which is the quickest and easiest thing ever. All you're going to need is 100 grams of mature cheddar cheese, 100 grams of red Leicester cheese, and 200 grams of soft cheese. You can get this with garlic and herbs in as well, but I just went for your plain. I'm going to put this in the microwave now for a minute, then I'm going to stir it, and then a minute, then I'm going to stir it until it's almost melted. But you could do this in a saucepan if you want to do it the classic way. This is the almost cooked cheese fondue. What I'm going to do is put 1 tea light in a pumpkin and light it so that it cooks. You only need 1 because these give out a lot of heat, and while it bubbles away I can make the rest of the little party nibbles. Vegetable platters are really good things for dipping in fondues, so why not Halloween it up a bit and make a skeleton vegetable platter? You can go crazy with this and just use everything. I'm just going to stir it and test it a bit with this light. Oh, it's actually steaming. I think these breadstick broomsticks are quite cool. They're made out of a sesame breadstick, a bit of processed rubbery cheese, and oh no, it just fell off. And it's wrapped with a chive. I think a really good thing to do with when you're dipping stuff in is if something falls off, you can turn it into a bit of a game. You can do forfeits, truth or dare. You could do something like eat an onion, eat some cold baked beans, maybe name 5 famous wizards, 5 things to do with Halloween if you're in a Halloween mood. This is really fun for little kiddos. You can make fingers out of cheese straw pastry. I've just got some plain old cheese straw pastry here. You can roll them out into little cylinders like fingers. These don't all have to be the same size, and you can cut some little lines for knuckles, and then you can add an almond to look like a nail, and these are really creepy. I literally baked a tray of these earlier. I gave them an egg wash so that they were more of a golden colour. These look so creepy, and I'm just going to give this a stir so that it doesn't burn. I've got a few more ideas for things that you can dip in the cheese fondue. We've got some cauliflower brains, which are actually just bits of cauliflower that look a bit like brains. Some little pepper ghosts. We've got some more fingers, but this time they're made out of carrot, and they've got pepper fingernails, which are stuck down with a bit of cream cheese. Then you got some little cucumber faces, which is so sweet. I got this pumpkin cookie cutter, which is a lifesaver. You can do so much with it. I make pumpkin croutons and pumpkin peppers. The last thing I have are these boiled baby new potatoes with eyes made out of mayonnaise and brown sauce. You can use ketchup if you want them to look evil. And then I've got these they look a bit like pigs in blankets, but they're mummified sausages wrapped in pastry for the bandages. For dessert, I'm going to make a chocolate fondue. I have printed out this stencil of a cat and I'm going to trace it on by pressing really, really hard with this biro. And for the chocolate fondue, you're just going to need 2 bars of plain dark chocolate and 2 bars of milk chocolate, and I'm going to melt these in the microwave. You could do a bain-marie over boiling water. That would probably be a bit easier, but I'm just going to melt these in the microwave. Now that the chocolate's partly melted, I'm just going to give it a stir, and what you can do is you can add some cream to make it runnier. And now I'm just going to show you some Halloween bits and bobs which you can dip into your chocolate fondue. I've got some bits of fruit here and I've drawn on some eyes with these little ready-made icing things that you can get from supermarkets. And don't worry if it drips down, because I think that just makes it look a bit more spooky. And I have these fondue forks, but if you don't have any fondue forks, just use a normal fork. These are some proper jumbo marshmallows. They're on biscuits and they have little chocolate chip eyes, and I used icing for the dots, and they're also running down a bit to make them look a little bit more spooky and Halloweeny. But they are just the most adorable little things ever, and they're perfect to dip into your fondue. Of course, you need some cookies. I've got these fancy little cookie cutters, and to decorate them, I've just got some icing. This is the simplest thing ever. Satsuma pumpkins with little apple stems, and if you're feeling really creative, you can get some icing and ice on a little face. I hope this has given you a few fun food ideas if you're having a Halloween party this year. Have fun! Happy Halloween! That is actually delicious, I'm not gonna lie. For